Jamie Lee Curtis won her first ever Oscar at this past Sunday's Academy Awards for Best Supporting Actress in the movie that almost swept everything they were nominated for. It's called Everything Everywhere All at Once. Let me know if you've seen this movie and what you think of it. If so, it won 7 Academy Awards last night, including Best Picture, and the 2 directors, the Daniels, took home Best Director as well. Now, Jamie Lee Curtis, in her acceptance speech, you might have seen that she did acknowledge and actually thanked us horror fans. And we've heard her say this before, especially during last year's Halloween Ends press tour, that she credits her horror fans, and specifically the Halloween franchise fans, for giving her the career that she's had, that has gone on since her debut in '78 in John Carpenter's Halloween. And that in itself was cool, just as she's announced, to hear the loudspeaker in the auditorium at the Oscars as you're watching it on TV. And they always say a little tidbit, a little fact about the winner as they're making their way up to the stage. And the fact that they picked out was that 45 years ago, Jamie Lee Curtis made her screen debut in the original Halloween. So that in itself was pretty cool to see Halloween get a little nod at the Oscars. And again, Jamie, she had a really emotional acceptance speech, and at a certain point, she did thank the genre fans, and we know what she means. She said genre fans. That's another way of saying the horror fans, and more specifically, the Halloween fans. Now, of course, it's not just this franchise. She's done many genre movies over the years, and I think she truly did mean it, not just to us Halloween fans. I think it was to us, but I think she chose the word genre because she's including the other horror movies that she's done over the years, everything from The Fog to Prom Night to Terror Train and many others, and just genre work in general. Stuff like True Lies with James Cameron, Trading Spaces with Eddie Murphy, and all kinds of movies that I would say are not typically considered Oscar bait movies. And I think that's really what she was saying, in my opinion. You guys give me your take on this, but my opinion is, I read this as, when she said genre fans, she was acknowledging all of the fans that have supported her and loved her, especially the Michael Myers Halloween movie franchise fans, of which she's felt the love more than ever in the last 5 years of these last 3 movies, and even more than ever in the last 12 months, up until last October anyway, with the press tour for Halloween Ends. I think she was acknowledging everybody that has loved her for all of these movies outside of what are typical Oscar-winning movies. You know what I mean? Typical kind of Oscar bait, quote-unquote, movies that we see a lot of times. So let's go over here and watch just a minute of this acceptance speech if you haven't seen it. And if you have, you won't mind watching this again. It's just a few seconds. Fright Rags actually posted this on their social media last night, right after it happened. But this was the best part right here.
To all of the people who have supported the genre movies that I've...
Hang on, let me turn that up a little bit for you.
To all of the people who have supported the genre movies that I've made for all these years, the thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, we just won an Oscar together! To all of the people who have supported the genre movies that I've made for all these years, the thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, we just won an Oscar together! To all of the...
We just won an Oscar together, she says. To all of the hundreds of thousands of people that have supported the genre movies she's done for all these years. We just won an Oscar together. She's sharing that with us, and I did appreciate that. And many of her well-known friends appreciated that as well. As we'll go over here to our article at HalloweenDailyNews.com, and we'll scroll down here. You can see The horror master himself, John Carpenter, was quick to congratulate Jamie on her Oscar win on Twitter. He posted, "Congratulations, Jamie Lee, you are the bomb." And from one horror icon to another, Linda Blair, who of course played Regan McNeil in the original Exorcist, she also took to Twitter soon after Jamie's win. She says, "What a wonderful speech. Congratulations, my friend." And of course, Kyle Richards, who co-starred with Jamie in the original Halloween 45 years ago and more recently in Kills and Ends. She also congratulated her friend. She said, "A huge congratulations to my friend, Jamie Lee Curtis. I couldn't be happier for you. What an incredible year you are having. So many accolades. Such an inspiration. Love you." And Jamie's on-screen, in the Halloween universe, granddaughter, Andy Matichek, posted this on her Instagram stories, sharing this photo from Vanity Fair, adding the caption, "Congratulations, my queen." Yeah, a lot of people calling her a queen today. Of course, she is the quintessential scream queen. You know, she also mentioned her parents, Janet Leigh and Tony Curtis. She mentioned right after acknowledging the genre fans, she said that both of her parents were nominated in different categories, and then she looked up to them and very tearfully said, "I just won an Oscar." And yes, both Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh were nominated for Oscars, one time apiece, one nomination apiece. Neither ever won it, though. Very interesting and very cool, again, in the history of this genre, that Janet Leigh was nominated in the Best Supporting Actress category, the same category that Jamie won in. And her nomination was for a little movie that you might have heard of called Psycho. One other well wish came from the great James Jude Courtney, who is out there in LA this week, apparently. He posted this just a few minutes ago here on Michael Myers Monday with his date, Sarah Florence, and he said, "Incredible night with incredible people, not enough pictures, and congratulations to the lady of the hour, Jamie Lee Curtis. Your speech brought us to tears." There is James with his crew for the evening. I said in our article, you know, while so many Oscar winners, too many Oscar winners, tend to downplay or not even really acknowledge and certainly not celebrate their genre past, their horror past, Jamie's always kind of owned it and honored it and celebrated it and acknowledged it, and I really like that she sent that out to the genre fans, to us, in other words. But give me your thoughts. Have you seen her performance and everything? What'd you think of it? If so, did you see the speech when it happened? What'd you think of that? We'd love to hear from you.